KSW.
I remember watching the Comedy Central special, and now it's kind of surreal because the show's no longer going on, and there was a great routine you did about people were like, well, you could always go back on being a cab driver.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait a minute. Now,
Yeah, at least you have something to fall back on.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, now that Comedy Central special is going to be a DVD, or it is a DVD.
It is, yeah.
Road Rage.
Road Rage and Accidental Ornithology is the full name. I wanted to call it Accidental Ornithologist, and they were like, no one will know what that is. And I'm like, well, yeah, but that's kind of the cool part, the wonder. And they want to call it Road Rage. I think they would have liked to call it Cash Cab Comedy if they had their choice.
The Cash Cab guy.
They were all about selling, and I was all about the creative, so we met in the middle.
And if you haven't seen that, it is good to check out. It's Amazon.com. Plus, you can buy it at therealbenbailey.com.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the fact that you got the hair growing out now.
Yeah.
And that explains something to me because you probably have heard this a skillion times, but we just heard it this week that this website, AfterElton.com, has come up with their hottest game show host ever, and you are at the top.
I know. I actually just heard that this morning.
You think that's hair? You think it's because of the hair?
I don't think so. No, the hair is too recent, I think, for that.
Oh, so
what's bigger?
I might move down a few notches if they he has hair. All right, he's number 4 now.
Yeah, I don't know Dylan Lane. Do you know Dylan Lane? He's number 2 from Chain Reaction. I haven't seen
that show.
That.
Yeah, I don't know much.
Of course, our buddy who was with us last week performing at the Comedy Riot, Chris Hardwick, who's from Singled Out and of now on The Talking Dead. Chris Hardwick, number 3. How about you? But Chris Hardwick has hair. You beat Chris Hardwick,
and I beat. Yeah, I don't know him. But I'm happy to have beaten him.
Yeah. Well, he's look, Chris Hardwick is you know what?
He's a handsome fella.
A lot of people find him to be a handsome dude, so that's not bad beating Chris Hardwick.
I'm very flattered.
Yeah.
And especially from a site like AfterElton.com. It's a very discerning audience.
Yeah, it surely is. It is indeed a gay-themed website. But then again, it's very discerning because I really believe that gay men are a lot more judgmental of how you look than women are. So it means a lot more coming from a gay guy saying you're good-looking. Because I've had gay men tell me they won't even go into a bar with me because they don't want anybody. Honestly, I've had some friends that say, dude, seriously, I don't think... I'm like, really? We can't even walk in here together.
Well, and the question that was just texted in would be important. Ben is sexy. I'm single. Is he?
I was married for a long time. I'm no longer married, but I do have a girlfriend that I'm very happy with.
How long did you have the, if you will, the transitory period where there was no steady person in your life? Were you a quick rebounder, or did you?
I don't know, about 6 months or something like that.
Wow, that's 6. Is that about the right time? I love my wife, but you never know how long you're supposed to wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the protocol is.
Is it different as opposed to divorce as opposed to death? I guess it is, right?
I would assume.
I mean, I consider divorce.
Death, you don't have to wait around at all. I mean.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ben.
Just go right to it. I mean, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. I heard some people, we were eating dinner. My girlfriend and I were out eating dinner the other night, and I heard people talk too loudly. They think that you can't hear them, but you can.
Or they kind of want you to turn around and interrupt them, like, I will help you with this problem.
Yeah, I think they're purposely letting themselves be heard so that maybe you'll respond. But I'm sitting there eating, and I hear this woman go, "He looks like Ben Bailey with hair." And I just kept eating. I didn't say anything, but it throws them off.
What is the protocol for that? Because I think that if you're a somebody, I don't expect you to be eating any place where I could be.
It's funny. I used to say, people are surprised to see you.
Yeah.
They wonder what you're doing wherever you are. They're like, what are you doing here? What's so surprising about... I've got to be somewhere.
We just
they think
imagine...
you exist in what they know you at. Like, they think I'm always in the cash cab.
Oh, there
24/7, that's the only place that I actually exist. They see me outside the cab, and they're confused by it.
Maybe they just think you're in some building like with the cast of Taxi, and that's where y'all hang out.
And that's it.
And that's the only place you can go, and no one can get in because it's a special place.
He rooms with Danny DeVito.
Yeah, well,
Tony Danza.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As a regular person...
Bobby Wheeler.
That's what I think. I think, there's a special place for all folks that have made it enough that they're recognizable. There's, a special place where you get to go eat, where you get to go vacation. You don't get to interact with people like me because, who'd want to sully their hands is my brain. If I were that guy, that's what I would say. Give me the special room. I don't want to see Steve.
Right. It's true. They think you have, a separate existence. And, it's not just people that are famous. It's like wherever you're used to seeing people. Mm-hmm. Like if you go to the same deli every day and get a sandwich and a pack of smokes or whatever, for years, and then you see the guy from the deli like walking down the street. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
That's so true.
Why do I know that guy? Like, you can't place him without the deli around him. Like, so I get it. I mean, it's weird on a massive scale. You know,
it's very uncomfortable.
What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm playing golf like you are. What does it look like I'm doing?
It is weird, and it's a weird interaction. What do you say to the guy? It's usually about his job, and then I always feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
So, hey, Jenny, you still a dentist? Still drilling? And they give you that look like, why are you even speaking?
So, I used to be a limousine driver, and people would get in and say, they just feel like obligated to talk about something because you're both in a small, confined area together, and they just say the stupidest things like, "So you're a limo driver." Yeah, I'm driving them in my limo. Like, yes, I am. So what's that like? Well, it's like this. It's a lot like this.
You're kind of looking at it.
It's exactly like this.
What do we got for
this next text says, I've always wanted to run around New York and get in every cab to try and get in the cash cab. That would be badass. That's from Taylor and Puyallup. I was always wondering, was there ever a trick, or was it really just randomly you were just driving around? And how often did people say, no, I don't want to be on the cash cab?
It was really just random. Like, some people would have been interviewed ahead of time, but they were still random.
Yeah.
They would call it street casting, just to interview people a little bit, to get, all right, we can't have, we've wasted 5 hours shooting crazy people. we don't have a game yet today, so let's start, like, stacking it a little bit.
That
Talk
makes
to people,
sense.
make sure they have a shot at winning. They can actually carry on a conversation. They can speak English.
Yeah.
They can, get the basics down.
Were there a lot of 3 strikes right away?
There were so many. So many. I had one guy, he got in, and I can't remember what I asked him. I think the answer was the Taj Mahal, and he was like, he didn't get it. He just gave me part of the question back as his answer, and he's like, "What is India? Is it?" And he kept. So many people answer in Jeopardy format.
Oh yeah,
just out of they've just been weaned on. So even this dude from Pakistan or wherever was answering the form of a question, and he was like, "What is Indian castle?" And I'm like, "No, strike one." Taj Mahal. It was Taj Mahal, and then
Get out of my cab.
and then the next one was like the State of the Union address, and he was like, "What is winter speech?" No, it's not winter speech. And then I asked him a third question. I remember what it is, and he goes, "Just kick me out."
That's fantastic.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.